This episode's gonna be about Navy SEALs and some Reddit questions, and it is gonna be about some amazing things. But yeah, there's gonna be more after the intro, as always. Yeah. And with that being said, hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. I'm pumped, and I'm here, and I'm gonna join the whole thing. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we're gonna go straight ahead, so that we're not losing any time. So there's three things that I'm willing to talk about. The first thing is, if you're willing to listen to this as it would be a podcast, because it actually is a podcast, then please check out the first link in the description. If you are on the podcast already, but you want to have the YouTube video, please check out, I think, the second link, or the first link, first chapter, second link. Let's say it like this. If you're willing to have some notes, basically a summary of previous episodes and also of this episode, because there's going to be some things that are highlighted, then please check out the description. If you're willing to have some music, then please check out the third link in the description, and there you can just personalize the whole experience of the podcast and or the YouTube video and choose your own music, your own sound, your own tune, and there's a playlist, and there you can choose between 5 or 6 different tracks for free, of course. You can download them as well if you want to, but yeah, let's go straight into the episode. Let's just go straight into it. I've had a look at a few Reddit questions, and I thought it would actually be kind of amazing to go through some new Reddit questions, but I've decided to just not go through them like, okay, I'm gonna go through a bunch of Reddit questions, but I don't know what the fuck I am going through. It's gonna be surprising, which leads me to not knowing what I should be talking about and all those things. Like, I do not want to do them, but I've decided to just choose specific ones, and one of them is this. I don't know if it is photoshopped. I kind of assume that it actually is. So don't carry toxic people into 2020, or it is going to be another 2019. And I have to say, yes, the people around you, and I've been just talking about it just so fucking often. It is insane. I'm talking about so fucking often. It is incredibly insane. But the people around you, they truly matter. If there's only people around you that you don't like, and you kind of feel like they're not really good for you, and they're just leading you to just doing dumb shit and things that you should not be doing, then of course you're gonna do things that you should not be doing. And in the end, it is leave them, or at least just do not use up all your time by just doing something with them. I think it is something to just really consider and really think about, because it is your life, and you're having one life, and your life shouldn't be kind of really heavily influenced by negative people, and they are negative, which is kind of the most fucked up part then. If you truly know that these people are negative and these people are just making you do things, whether it is consciously or subconsciously, making you do things that you don't really appreciate or just actually want to do, and you don't just whatever it might be, you dislike it, whatever it might be, you just don't want to do these things. So please limit the amount of time that you're spending with these people, and also maybe cut them off. But in the end, it is maybe not going to be that of an easy thing, especially if it is your just friends and maybe even your family. Then it is going to be completely fucked up, by the way. But it is if you're willing to have a good life, then I guess sometimes you're gonna have to do something like that, even though it is not nice, even though it is not gonna be a good thing, an interesting thing, and an amazing thing to do. But it is what it is, I assume. It's just gonna be. It's going to be for the sake of having a long-term good life. Of course, it is going to be some pain in the short term, which is often the case, that if something is good in the long term, that it is not going to be that of a nice thing in the short term. But in the end, it is you gotta have to do it. You really gotta have to do it if you're just willing to have a long-term good life. Then we often do just have to go through quote-unquote pain, or do something that's quite fucked up in the short term. As it is maybe with food, even though with food it is quite something interesting, because if you're eating just healthy food, which doesn't really have to be just bad tasting, then it is in the short term good for you, because you're not going to feel bloated, you're not going to feel just bad because of the food, and in the long term you're going to be healthy, everything is going to be nice, and all those things. It is actually a win-win situation. But of course, it is what it is, it truly is what it is. So yeah, but what if you are the toxic person? Which is actually a pretty good question, I guess. Then actually, first of all, actually seeing that is something that's amazing. If you actually see that you are a pretty toxic person and that you're maybe even influencing other people and making them toxic, then I guess it really, first of all, is just an amazing thing that you're recognizing this, because not a lot of people are recognizing that. Not a lot of people are just thinking about that and see that, because of course it just really includes some self-awareness. That you know whatever you're doing, you know your actions, you know how other people might feel because of that, and what other people are doing. Like, there's going to be a lot of just nuances to that, actually, which is amazing. But what should you do then? I guess working on it, whether it is through professional help, which is often going to be a pretty good idea though, and also just also just by the way is always a bad thing. If someone is having depression, you're being like, well, just be in a good mood and whatnot. Like, nah, don't do that. Like, it's not working. It is just not working. The whole just thing, just do something like this, just do this, just whatever. It isn't working and it won't work out. So please don't just do things, But yeah, I think you can get a lot of inspiration also through the internet by listening to amazing people, by just reading books, by reading articles, by all these things, and then by also writing into such communities as there are on Reddit. Like, there's a lot of really amazing communities that are gonna respond in like seconds. There's just people always around there, kinda, which is amazing. People that are always gonna help you and all those things. And as people are also saying in the comments, like, awareness is the first step to change, which I think is definitely the case. If you don't know and don't see that you just have to change, or that there is something you could change, it would be smart to change that, then of course you're also not going to change it because you don't know about it. You don't know that it is even existing. But some other people say, like, try putting yourself in other people's shoes more. Toxic people I've eliminated from my life wouldn't entertain an alternate perspective about anything. If I had to boil it down to the biggest thing, it would be that. Hard to have a relationship with a brick wall. Yes. To really be honest, like, it is the case. That's probably one of the main and most prominent symptoms of things such as psychopathy, and can make people really infuriating to do anything with. Yes, I gotta have to say, like, being empathetic and being able to just understand other people and other people's feelings is like... I think it is crucial, and I think it is something that will also really dramatically change your life to the positive, whether it is your professional life or whether it is your private life. Like, we're always having to do something with people. It is what it is. Whatever you're doing, there are going to be some people. Whether you're having a product, you're not directly working with people, but you're just having a product that should work for some people, and all these other things, there are going to be people, no matter fucking what. So being able to work with people properly, by being able to communicate good, by doing things in a good way, in terms of like being empathetic, in terms of like being a nice person, because nobody wants to fucking work with a fucking asshole, and all those things, like, it is fucking crucial. It really is, because we are always working with people. No matter what you're doing, there is going to be people, whether it is your boss, whether it is people that are working for you, whether it is people that are watching your content, whether it is people that you're serving with your product, whether it is people that, I don't know, support you in some way. There is also and always gonna be people. But let's have a look at the second one, which is probably gonna be a little bit of a longer one, even though the first one was already quite long, to be honest. Image: if he can do this by 35, I can at least try to be out of bed by 9 a.m. By the way, I'm also which is something that I'm not saying just because I'm gonna feel good, but getting up on the weekends at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., it feels good. It really feels good. I don't like sleeping till 8 or something, or 9, 10 or 11. I don't like that, even though I'm having this just because of things. I'm also having this like on Sunday most often, which is something that I do not really like, because I really feel unproductive then, and also feel like I'm losing a lot of time basically. But anyway, the 35-year-old Johnny Kim is an ex-Navy SEAL, Harvard-trained MD, and has now been selected as a NASA astronaut. And I thought, like, well, the comment, still not enough for his parents. Now he's just showing off. Poor guy must be tough trying to compete with Johnny's... Well, yeah. But I think it is amazing. Like, being able to do something like that, like on a physical basis and then on an intellectual basis and all these things, like it is insane. And I've then had the pleasure, actually, because I think it is amazing to just find new people that are just amazing. I think I just really love that. Just have a look at people and really amazingly successful people that have been able to do some things that other people have not been able to do. Like it is always an amazing thing to do that. Jonathan, or Johnny Kim, born 1983, which is something that's quite interesting. Like he's either born in 1983 or 1984. He's a United States Navy lieutenant, physician, and NASA astronaut. He was accepted into NASA astronaut group 22 in June 2017 and graduated from the training program in January 2020. The personal life. Or should I just read the other? Well, I'm going to just read this one there. Born in Los Angeles, education, University of San Diego, where he's having a Bachelor of Arts. Isn't it BA, Bachelor of Arts? Or am I wrong here? I don't know. And then the Harvard University, where he's having a MD, which is a master degree, something. I don't know. I don't know what an MD is. Doctor of Medicine. Now I know it. What is a BA? Bachelor of Arts. Yes. Even though like the whole arts things, it's not that of an like exact thing. I guess like yeah, you know what I mean. Space career: the NASA astronaut group 22. Then in the United States elegance thing, the United States Navy. Yeah, he's still active, as they actually say, but I'm not quite sure about that. He's having the rank lieutenant, and he was part of the SEAL Team 3 unit, the Navy Medical Corps, and the United States Navy Reserve. He's having these 3 awards: the Silver Star, the Bronze Star with Valor, and the Naval Commendation Medal with Valor, whatever Valor is. It's a awarded for heroism in combat, and it is still in use. It's a metal 1/4 of an inch capital letter V with serifs, which when worn on certain decorations awarded by the United States Armed Forces, distinguishes an award for heroism or valor in combat instead of for meritorious service or achievement. The decorations with which a V may be authorized differ among the military services, as well as the manner in which the V is worn and the name by which it is referred to. Until 2017, each service also used different criteria in determining whether a V could be authorized. Interesting. But let's actually have a look at his personal life. I haven't read this one, so it's going to be something new for me as well. Born and raised in Los Angeles, Kim is a first-generation Korean American whose parents emigrated from South Korea to the United States in the early 1980s. As of June 2017, Kim was married with children. Kim decided to enlist in the Navy after learning about the United States Naval Special Warfare Command at age 16. He graduated from Santa Monica High School in 2002. He was accepted to NROTC at the University of San Diego and graduated in 2012 with a Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Like as I said before, the whole of arts is like a broad spectrum of things, because is mathematics an art? People will say yes, and other people are going to be like, no. Summa cum laude, he received his MD from Harvard Medical School in 2016, began a medical internship in emergency medicine at Massachusetts General Hospital and Brigham and Women's Hospital. His Navy career. Kim enlisted with the United States Navy in 2012 as a seaman recruit and was assigned to SEAL Team 3 with the rate Special Warfare Operator. He deployed twice to the Middle East and participated in over 100 combat missions as a combat medic, sniper, navigator, and point man. Kim was accepted for commissioning in 2009 when he graduated from USD in 2012 and left the Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps. He entered the Naval Medical Corps. He's a recipient of a Silver Star, Bronze Star with Valor, and blah, 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 blah. As of December 2019, he was a naval reservist on active duty with the rank of lieutenant. NASA, after meeting astronaut physician Scott E. Parasinski, Kim applied to become an astronaut candidate, and he was one of over 18,300 applicants. But I mean, like, he's a fucking Navy SEAL, or he was. Like, of course he's gonna be part of that. In June 2017, Kim was one of 12 chosen to join NASA Astronaut Group 22, reporting for duty on August 21st, 2017. He graduated from training on January blah 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 blah. Assignment with the Artemis program, which is, by the way, as you can see, like it is highlighted. Therefore, it is also going to be in the summary, which is down in the description. The third link, third link. If you are precise with things, then it is going to be the third link. But let's talk about the Navy SEALs for a little tiny bit. The United States Navy SEAL, the Navy Sea, Air, and Land, which stands for SEAL, Sea, Air, and Land teams, commonly known as Navy SEALs, are the US Navy's primary special operations force and a component of the Naval Special Warfare Command. The Navy SEALs were created by John F. Kennedy on January 3rd, 1962 for a more surgical and cleanse-to-the-mission approach from the sea, air, or land that are beyond the capabilities of conventional forces. Yes, and there's, as they say, Team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. I wonder why there is no 9th one, but there's got to be a reason. It is what it is. This is crazy. I mean, it is a speedboat, and I think it is just quite fast, isn't it? And he's just jumping out of the boat there. But yeah, no, it is what it is, you know. But there's something other interesting and also something like this. I think it's just amazing to see those people, you know, because I'm always assuming that, like, first of all, the organization is going to be amazing in terms of, like, okay, they actually have to coordinate that, and this is going to be fucking huge of a deal. Then their physical capabilities, it is insane what they're able to do. Like, it really is. If we're just having a look at those pictures here. And I also assume that they're just really, really, I mean, like, strong and whatnot. Like, it is insane what they're doing. It really is. And of course, there's also other special forces in the world, and I don't want to rate them, actually, you know, because I don't know if they're the best, or if actually the Russians are the best, or I don't know. But to maybe just talk slightly, wherever it might be, I don't know, about the selection and the training. Before getting accepted into basic water demolition and SEAL training, which is going to be the BUTS as far as I have seen it, a prospective candidate must pass a certain number of both mental and physical requirements. These tests include pre-enlistment medical screenings, ASVAB, AFQT, CSORT, and PSD. I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Then the candidate must get a SEAL contract by passing the SEAL physical screening test, which is 500 yard swim in 12.3 minutes, 50 push-ups in 2 minutes, which is quite something, by the way. 50 push-ups in 2 minutes, 50 sit-ups in 2 minutes, 10 consecutive pull-ups. What are 10 consecutive pull-ups in 2 minutes? Is it like 10 pull-ups in 2 minutes? Isn't that a little bit of a low thing? Or am I just... Well, yeah. And a 1.5 mile run in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Candidates receiving a passing score may then be admitted into training to become a Navy SEALs. Which is then gonna include, like, just numbers of 8-week trainings, then 24-week trainings, 26-week trainings. Like, it is gonna take you a while. And also, women are also able to do something like that. Like, if you're willing to just be a Navy SEAL and you are a woman, please do it. You know, if you want to, you can. Yeah, and I've also wanted to look up what the lieutenant is actually. And there's actually a lieutenant of the United States Navy in 2015 who is a woman. And I appreciate that, and I love that. And I also really appreciate that they have chosen a woman for showing this. I really, really highly appreciate that. But yeah, the quote that I'm willing to end the episode with is from Theodore Roosevelt. The only man who never makes mistakes who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. And with that being said, I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself when you're going to be remembered. Basically means your legacy basically means just being a good person and being remembered as a good person. Yeah. 3 other questions that I'm having for you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea. But we're going to see. I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the podcast and also to the YouTube channel. So yeah, I hope that I've been able to just give you something of interest. And I'm going to hopefully see you the next time. So bye.